So for example, the welcome letter at the hotel when they check in should not give them details on driving because they're already there.
Or how to book their room.
Yeah, or how to book their room. Or where is the hotel located. Those all belong in the advance welcome letters, the advance confirmation letters. The attendee welcome letter at the front desk is going to say, yay you, we're so glad you're here. Here's a few things that you need to know to have a really great experience while you're here. And it's really focused on the things that they are going to ask the front desk. And here's why. 9 times out of 10, they arrive during different shifts. Think about it. Your attendees are going to arrive anywhere between like 2 p.m. and midnight and on into the next day. And if they get the person who just started the shift and hasn't been greeting people all day, and the first question they get is, oh, it's really late. It's midnight. I just got in from my flight. Super excited to check into my room. What time is registration tomorrow? And they're like deer caught in the headlights. They have no idea. Then they have to go look and they have to go find someone, or they say, I don't know, you'll have to look elsewhere. That's not a great check-in experience. So if you can have the first experience be, no worries, I bet you do have a lot of those questions. We have a letter that answers all of that for you. And it's going to cover things like the things that they're most likely to ask. When does registration start? What time does the general session start? If there's any pre-event activity like a reception or a mixer or whatever it might be, it has details on that. It has details on where to eat. It tells them all the things that they would want to know when they first check into a hotel so that you don't have to rely on the front desk person because you have crafted the messaging to be expressly from you in your unique tribal language. So it feels like they're in a special universe already.
Yeah, it feels as though that everything was intentional, right? Normally when you check in at a hotel, you get your keys and they say, you know, the ice is on the odd level floors or stuff like that. Exactly. This way, they're also welcoming you to the event. And especially if you're going to a larger property, you don't always expect that personalized touch. And when you get it, it's just a nice added bonus. What are some other things that people can do at registration, hotel registration, in the front lobby that can make it feel a little less like a Marriott and a little bit more like your live event?
You can have signage.
Yep.
You could have digital displays, which is like a TV that has like a video rolling or a welcome message. You can have a gobo, which is a light effect on a wall. A lot of hotels allow this. Some hotels have TVs in their lobby area, and they'll allow you to put your message on the TV for a limited amount of time. You can have messaging on the floor. Yep. You can have clings on the entry windows. A lot of hotels do this. So what we're really all talking about is branding. Yep. When they get into the lobby, all of a sudden they know, yes, I'm in the right place. I'm seeing all this branding that reminds me of why I came. So the more branding they see, the more it feels like your live event. And we're starting that experience from the minute they walk in the door. I'm also a big fan of a key card. So if you're doing sponsorship, a custom key card. So the sponsor pays for the key card, and every attendee who checks in gets a key card, the regular card for the hotel. But here's the difference. It has a message from you and your sponsor on it. So every time they pull out their wallet and they look at their key card, it's a message from you and your sponsor. You can even pay to have a custom little envelope folder like you get at front desk, the key card folder. We've seen them in everything from paper to vinyl to leather, keepsakes, but you can make it really special. Not only is it a great keepsake, it's a constant reminder of you, and it's unexpected. So it's one of those moments of like, man, they've thought of everything. And if the sponsor pays for it, plus the fee for the right to do that, it's also helped you make money to pay for your live event.
Yeah, and you know, that's a great sponsorship opportunity, but I have to tell you, it's one of those things that from a branding perspective, I think goes a long way, even if you don't have a sponsor
to
for
do your own branding on it.
Yeah, because
and by the way, even if the sponsor does do it, I like on one side of the card to have your branding. So make sure you make space for your own branding, not just the sponsor's branding.
The key card, I think, is one of those things that has huge value because that's something, unlike some of the other branding at registration, that key card is something that your attendee is going to see every single time they walk into their room. And that's going to happen multiple times a day. So every time they pull out their key to check in or to go into their room, they're going to see it once again and be reminded of your branding.